So I want to share my first impressions of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice and let you guys know if it's basically another Dark Souls or if it's something new and whether or not you should get it if you like Dark Souls. So I boot it up, start singing the main theme song. Sekiro, die to die. Sekiro, how many times you die? Starts off, and it's kind of like a stealth game. Story is more straightforward. It's not as mysterious as Dark Souls, so it's got some differences, but you can see that it's built the same way as Dark Souls. You have the equivalent to Estus flasks. You have the equivalent to bonfires. If you die, you can revive. So those sort of mechanics are still there, but at its core, it adds a lot of new things. The combat is very dynamic, and at first, it doesn't seem too complex until you meet this guy. But don't let me get ahead of myself. So you're using stealth mechanics, having a great time, killing everybody easy. Then you meet one guy, and he chops your arm off. Whoops. So then they replace your arm with a shinobi arm, which basically is an arm that you can put attachments on, and that is something you will be upgrading during the game. So with this added mechanic and the jumping around and climbing that you can do in this game, it just adds to the whole stealth dynamic. So everything's easier, jumping around, you're having a good time until you get to this dude. Now this dude requires mastery of certain combat mechanics, which are basically the core of this game. Now, back at the beginning, there was one guy that he offered to teach me all of these mechanics, but I said like, nah, I'm good. I've played Dark Souls. I'm hardcore. I'm no noob. So this guy kills me like 20 times. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the other dude. So I go to the other dude, trains me. We're like Apollo and Rocky, just that instead of Apollo, it's an undead guy that basically resuscitates and is used to feeling pain. So you just murder him again and again and again. But I mean, that's his deal. Yeah. So you learn all the techniques, and now you feel that you've grown. You haven't upgraded the character per se, but you have grown. You've learned the mechanics. You go to this guy and you finally beat him. It's so rewarding. The fighting mechanics are so complex, forcing the player to play smart and to pay attention, very close attention to his enemies. You finally beat the guy that's been beating you through technique, through patience, and through complete mastery of the sword, the shinobi art. You feel that you're invincible, that you can take anybody on. And that's what this game is about. And that's why it's definitely not the same as Dark Souls. Yeah, this is exactly Dark Souls.